I'm doing it for free, the whole damn thing.
Can we just have a praise the Lord moment? Glory, you've been so good. Hallelujah. Father, you looked down and you saw what I was going through. And you said, daughter, just hold on. Trust in me and know that I shall deliver you. Okay, here we go.
Giving you an opportunity.
Real life couples facing real life struggles with real life unity and real life victory. Real life heroes fighting real life battles. Real love wins, cause real love matters. We're unstoppable, inseparable, untouchable, incomparable. We're your power couple. That's right, we're unstoppable, inseparable, untouchable, incomparable. We're your power couple, baby. That's right. We're your real life heroes. We're your real life heroes. We're the power couple movement.
Look at you looking beautiful. What's going on, family? I'm Robert.
And I'm Jamila.
And we're back with another freaking reaction video.
Why is it a freaking?
We're back with another freaking reaction video.
Oh, we got a good one today.
We got a juicy one today.
We got a good one today.
Listen, I'm gonna have to fast forward.
You don't want to miss this.
I'm gonna have to fast forward some of this because some of it gets kind of.
Can we say what it's about?
Lengthy? Yeah, girl.
So I don't know how accurate. So, okay, this guy's a squatter at this point, right? At this point, he is a squatter. He is talking to the landlord, who he considers a slumlord. Apparently, there's a pretty lengthy history here, but he said, "I will interview you." Go ahead, say that part.
So.
He made an agreement to interview the landlord or to sit down and have a meeting, conversation with him?
No, so the landlord has not been allowed to go into the property yet. And so he wanted to, for lack of better words, trick the tenants to walking him through the property. Okay. So he approaches the tenant and asks for an interview. So that the interview is supposed to be the tenant showing the landlord things he can do better. Okay, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, so the landlord is interviewing.
Correct. The tenant. Right. And at this point, the tenant. So what we're watching right now.
But the tenant is not aware
of it. No, he's not.
He's not aware that there's a plan. There's a method to the landlord's madness.
It was a little sneaky on the landlord anyway. But at this point, wait, hold on. I gotta say this real quick. They were just at court. So the judge just ordered
that same day.
That morning, they were so the judge gave them 3 or 4 days to get the hell out. So this is where we pick up this conversation on right here. Let's go.
Boy.
So they agreed to the interview.
Today in the court situation, that's uncomfortable for both of us. I know both parties have different opinions, and so I want to do this video once we can get.
Hold up. No, I'm not halfway through. This is when he first sit down.
Okay.
This part is him driving to their house.
Oh, okay.
Perspective on your experience, what we could have done different, and then just kind of understanding why things have gone the way they have. So first off, the management company, give me your input on like how you felt about Jace and what he's done this far.
Jace, to me, okay, so we started out with no window in the living room, and he's like, you just put trash bag over and tape it. I was like, cool, you know what I mean?
So the window was broken from day one?
Yeah, the living room window over here. And I was like, okay, cool, he's cool, whatever, you know, because the trash bag thing. But, you know, after a while, he's like, oh, it should be here in like 9 weeks. And then after a while, he's like, I know it's 9, sorry. But after a while, he's like, oh, it should be here next month. It's on order, blah, blah, blah. And then he just kept giving us excuses. And just like a couple months ago, he had somebody come in and put a temporary window in. And then he said, he's gonna have to order the window, so it's gonna be here in about 9 to 12 weeks. And I said, really? That was supposed to be ordered like a year ago. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's kind of messed up. But and then like every time I asked him to do something, he'd say he's showing up and never does. And then I'm like, okay. So I put in that the kitchen pipe was messed up on the Reynolds Porter thingy. Yeah, and so they finally said that a technician will be here this day, and it was Jace. But and it was Thanksgiving, and I had no running water in my kitchen. Like I was running back and forth from the bathtub to the kitchen, washing dishes on Thanksgiving. It was, and I went to bed. I didn't even take the turkey out. I was like, and I went to bed. And I texted Jace and gave him a piece of my mind, but and he's a flake, and then he doesn't. Like, if you want something, you need to ask for it, and you need to get it. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what it is. So, and he doesn't communicate very well. And so then, like, we're stuck at this point, well, you didn't tell me this, and I didn't tell you this. So we're both stuck into, like, what place? You know what I mean? And it's, like, confusing, and that just makes it harder for everybody.
I don't think, one time I don't believe he
And I've never met anybody
communicated
else.
like his wife. Because for some reason, we was, what, a day or two, something late for the late fees. It was something like that.
The first time.
Oh yeah,
you were ever late.
Yeah, I forget about that. Whatever. And he was like, we paid him. He was like, oh, we just waited with late fees for like a day or two, whatever. I'm like, all right, more people do that. I mean, so then the next following month, we get hit with the same late fee that was supposed to be waived, and his wife was like, no, you gotta pay it 50.
Yeah,
$25, something.
$50 late fee for the previous month, and then Jace was like, just pay half of it. You know what I mean? Kind of, I feel like that was a compromise. You know what I mean?
So I think the conversation that we're hearing right now is that the landlord has a management company, and so there's a middle guy.
Shouldn't have been a compromise. He should have just told his wife.
And basically, they're just trying to explain to the landlord, supposedly, this wasn't done. We spoke to him. He said he was going to do this. He didn't, you know, all the he say, she say between the management company and the tenants,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And real quick, the phone he's holding is recording the conversation. That's the landlord's phone.
Wife, I already waived it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you if y'all bumped heads, okay, that's cool. We bump heads all the time, but I still got to honor what I said to you. Mm-hmm. If I said I'm not going to charge you, then I don't care who say what. Wife, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not going to charge you.
Yeah, so you guys were late on the rent, and then Jace told you one thing, but she told you something.
Well, we were late. So for the $50 late fee, he said, well, we'll just waive it because it's our first time, you know. And I'm like, hey, it's
Yeah,
going to
it
be
was
some
like-
days. I just was a problem with my bank. And so then, like,
This was like what,
this was like
September.
the end of last year, yeah. And we had been here for almost a year. I was like, dude, we've been late one time. This is our first time ever. You know what I mean? And because she was all talking about some crazy crap on the email, and I'm like, dude, like Jace said that fee was waived. I don't understand why I owe $50 for last month, you know. And then so I texted Jace like, what the hell is going on? And he's all, well, just pay $25 of it, and then we can call it good. I said, wow, okay, you know what I mean? And then like, damn it, I was someone else too. And I forgot.
They don't look at.
You made me forget.
So other than those things, like, seems like the windows, the late fee confusion, was there anything else that they did that was bad, or overall were you pretty happy with everything else?
You know, he's actually been really working with me, and he's like, I pictured you as some old dude, you know what I mean? Like, for real, because he's all, the owners on my blah, 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 and I'm like, and he's all, yeah, and he's all, basically saying, that, he just couldn't hold you off anymore or something, and I'm picturing some old guy that, you know, gets pissed about kids on his lawn and so it's like...
Well, yeah, I mean, just so you know, our perspective, like, I have a loan on this property, so every month I don't get paid, I'm paying out of my account for something that I was supposed to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm working too, it's hard to, especially when it gets like 3-4 months worth of paying another loan that I wasn't planning on.
I really feel as though he should have renewed the lease. I don't understand why the lease.
Since July. That's what I was gonna say. Since last July.
So in the lease, it just goes month to month.
Okay, but shouldn't it be like faded?
I think the biggest reason, Jace, just so you guys understand the perspective, because you were late on rent once the lease ended, he wasn't confident he wanted to do anything more than month to month, because he wanted to be able to say, look, you guys get out, we want someone else in because we want someone that can pay.
Then I feel as though like he should have said that instead of telling us. See, the confusion became is when he told us, oh, I just got to get the paperwork. Meaning If
said
I
we're gonna
asked
get
you
our
for a lease, meaning you're giving me a lease.
And if
I
you would have
just
told
got to
us
get
ahead
the
of time,
paperwork.
I could have been found a place and we could have been out and we would have never had this problem. We might have still owed a little bit. But like I said, he's been real understanding about a lot of things, you know what I mean? And I mean, obviously the fighting, you know, I'm sure you've heard about it, but he, like, he's been real understanding and stuff, like I said, and he said something about we wouldn't have to pay what we owe and stuff. And I said, either way, I'm going to pay it back. You know what I mean? Even if it's slow as I'm going to pay it back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So just for
I have no debt nowhere.
Yeah. So just for clarity, I mean, so you guys right now, I think you haven't paid, ends up being about 3 or 4 months worth.
Yeah, it's almost, it's probably over it's over $2,000. I know that.
Yeah. So with that, I mean, it hasn't had any payments in the last little bit. Like, have you guys been planning on paying that eventually, or what was kind of your
and
situation?
He kind of just like stopped talking to us, and I understand that the phone number came, but I always text him with my new number, and it changes a lot. That's my fault, but whatever.
But you
I
always had an
text him.
updated number for both of us.
And the number that I've texted him off before, it's a text now number, so I've had that for months, like almost a year, and he's had that number the whole time, and I've called him off of it, like, and so, I don't know, he's been kind of just stopped talking to us, and so it's like, okay, well, if you're not gonna come fix anything, I'm not gonna pay my rent, you know.
You think maybe he stopped talking to them because he tired of their BS?
He got tired of it, yeah. He got tired
of their BS.
He got tired of BS, yeah, for real.
He was being, it sounds to me like he was being very nice and very understanding, but at some point, an adult is going to say, listen, you got responsibilities. There's nothing more to talk about.
He got tired of BS.
It's business. He didn't have to be nice and understanding in the first place. I'm
Correct.
sorry.
Correct.
That's how it is. Now, when she mentioned the text now number and all that stuff, listen, I don't know who out there needs to hear this, but when you have that type of number, people assume you don't have your stuff together.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do, unfortunately.
Even if they're wrong, that is the assumption.
It's the assumption.
That is made.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you that.
And landlords, they don't want to hear stories and excuses. I'm sorry. They don't.
You know what I mean? And then, like, because everybody was telling me, dude, why are you still paying rent? Blah, blah, blah. If your landlord hasn't done this to show up or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't know I could do that. You know what I mean? Like, not pay rent to see if it'll get over here to do something. And, like, I'm thinking Jace handles all this, and we're like, nah, they got to be the owners. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He has to be. If he's being this lenient or whatever. You know, I don't know your situation or whatever, but, like I said, I pictured you as, like, parents or something, but he's like, yeah, he just made it real confusing.
The thing I don't like about people is that if you really want something, just be straight up forward and honest with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean,
no, you really don't. I think you don't.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
It's really hard, and you can see it in somebody's eyes. It's really hard to play dumb. You know what I mean? You can't play dumb and don't think another smart person is realizing that you're smart as and you're playing dumb right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like...
So just so we're real, I mean, let's get some perspective. Let's say you've got a tenant in a building. Mm-hmm. They haven't paid rent for a month or two. Yeah. Do you think you would want to do anything to fix the building at that point?
Kinda. Yes, I would, because it's still my motherfucking property.
Right.
I don't give a about what they do. At the end of the day, I still got to, when they get out, guess what I got to do any motherfucking way? Might as well knock it out the way so they won't have any problems or issues, especially if it was problems and issues in the beginning that was not solved. We never said anything about that.
And this is why we always say perspective is everything. That is your perspective because that's what works for you as the tenant who is not paying his rent. That is not a landlord's perspective. And I'm sorry, to be an adult in this world, you need to understand. You can't think like a child.
Gotta think about that shit.
You can't think like a child.
Got that right.
The hailstorm about the window that wasn't there that damaged over $1,300 of our.
Yeah.
Why? Because the window wasn't fixed. So you right.
I'm biting my tongue right now.
You know what I mean? If you like somebody,
I'm waiting because it'll get better.
Most real, if would have got fixed on time, I'd have paid you on time. If I wasn't struggling with a sweat closet that mildewed out damn near $800 worth of clothes, now this is $1,300 plus $8. You get what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so let me ask you this.
No. You want to get perspective. So the perspective is we've told your landlord that our broke. You want to be real? I've told him several more times about different little. I told him something about the black mold for like 4 months.
And I have kids, so like the black
4
mold
months.
took him like 8 months. No, longer than that. It took him like he didn't even do the black mold till after the window.
And then
Like,
you got to present it.
and we had to clean it, and he came and painted it that
Actually,
day.
it was for 8 months. Never been late. And you ain't came and fixed a thing. And we out there near close to $3,000 worth of
Yeah.
You right, you ain't getting paid.
And I
Why?
cleaned the
Because you're not
carpet.
taking care of your property, bro. Real talk. It's not about just money. No, motherfuckers live here. Motherfuckers invest in families here. Motherfuckers want to do one day, do it the right way. You're not doing it the right way, bro.
This is all for
You're being a slumlord. You look at that top, it's still f***ed off.
What
all
is?
in all, this house is a piece of just to keep it real with you. You have no driveway, none. You really have no yard space, none. You have a next door neighbor that cries if a kid spits on his shelters that he don't even use.
the concrete.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would you
You
mind?
got windows that have
like, shut up.
in there since when? Who even
She like,
has
shut up.
wooden windows anymore, bro? No one. This house is nowhere near up to code. You see right here? Whoever did this the first time,
Look at her. She's like, can you shut
Right
up?
here.
Tried to sue you guys or whatever. She broke her ankle on that.
whoever did this the first time, you off. You're buying bums. I offered your landlord to cover a debt that I shouldn't even have to cover because I ain't covering that I lost. Nothing.
Yeah. Would you
To
mind
fix
showing?
this motherfucker and
Yeah.
kill the debt that we owed you. And at the end of the day, I would have fixed this motherfucker perfect, both of them. And guess what? I'm still out $2,500.
He ain't coming to sue. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Still
we're gonna
out
fix the
$2,500,
stairs, 'cause
bro.
he's
Why
done
don't-
that.
so-
They were gonna do it.
He trying to get him.
Do you want to?
He see, he tried to get him to walk him through the property because he's not allowed to go in there yet. He said, "I'm out $2,500." Okay.
You see, like, I'd love, because it's like I said, dude, I want to be real. Like, I know we both feel like, obviously me, I mean, I've had to pay the mortgage on this property, and so I'm in negative. It sounds like you guys are in negative. The one other question I was going to ask you, I know we've had complaints from upstairs of stealing electricity. Is that something that was just made up?
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
So, the power company.
Oh.
Okay, so I didn't know
Just
this,
when I was
but
ready to
signed up for
defend
the winter
him.
program, I guess, on the phone. And it kind of clicked when she told me, but anyways, and so I didn't know that they'd hit me with that big of a bill. And he had just gotten in an accident. He couldn't work, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, freaking out because I haven't worked in a while. I was in school, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh my God, freaking out. And so then, we got our stuff done and stuff, but the power is off, you know what I mean? But we asked the neighbor upstairs.
So
I
the
said,
power downstairs is off.
Yes.
Is something broken or?
no, it's just off. The power company shut it off.
So
But-
here's what a
we were
$11
moving
bill.
anyways, so I'm like, whatever. But the neighbor upstairs, I said, look, I'll pay half your bill if you let me plug in my fridge and my lights and,
That's what we've been rolling
for my
with.
kids. And he's like, but
That doesn't help your case. That doesn't help your case. You still look bad. You still look real bad.
Yo, I got so many thoughts going through my head.
You still look real bad.
trying to hold it.
You still look real bad.
Yeah, because he don't
Listen,
care. The
okay,
landlord don't
even
care.
if you have a slumlord, even if you have
Even
a
if you do, you
slumlord,
gotta cover your ass.
you cover your ass
Gotta cover
by
your ass.
paying your rent and documenting
Yep.
everything. And you don't have to stay there. So if you're really gonna withhold rent, be a freaking adult and go find another place and get the hell out.
Yeah.
You're still wrong.
Yeah.
You're still wrong.
Yeah.
And you're really just looking like you just a hot mess and you
Yeah.
don't handle your responsibilities.
Yeah. Because I've been evicted before. So I know the process. I know the process. But I'm gonna tell you, when we get towards the end, I'll share that. But I've been evicted before, so I'm sitting here like I know both sides of the fence.
Listen, you don't have a leg to stand on when you haven't paid your rent. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
When
No, you
have
don't.
not
No, you
paid
don't. No, you don't.
anything, you
No, you
don't have a
don't.
leg to stand
They
on.
don't care.
Because the assumption is going to be,
You full
first of
shit.
all, judge is going to say, why didn't you pay your rent?
Yep.
Then you're going to plead your case and say why you didn't pay your rent.
Yep.
Now, either you have that, you better have that money sitting ready, sitting and waiting, ready, or you still a bum that just didn't pay your rent. I'm sorry. That's how the world is going to look at you, fair or not. If you don't have some really legitimate extenuating circumstances, you're going to look like a bum. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's why I got tired of being with somebody that didn't want to pay rent. But anyway,
So you've been paying them, it hasn't been stealing.
I didn't want to look like a bum no more.
I was like,
Yeah,
I'll
she's
pay you
right.
if you really. He goes, no, don't worry about it.
No.
I'll still throw him money because that's how we are. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sticking with that big of a
We
bill,
get the
but
groceries up
we don't
there.
use very much of it. Yeah.
We do, man.
Yeah, we don't use very much of it, but anyway, so my kids aren't here most of the time, and that sucks too. You know what I mean? And then the power company refused to work with me at all. I guess Jason went in there and talked to them or something.
Don't look at me, babe.
And they accidentally turned it back on for like a day, and then they turned it off, and it was just all retarded.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, and I don't
Well,
want my kids here during all that shit, so it's like, that's
Yeah.
hard for me too, but so.
Okay. Well, I want to see the issues you guys have. Like, go
While
look
she's
at them,
sipping on
understand
this
that side
scissor.
of things.
You see it?
I guess.
Hey, if you
from-
understand that we're moving, it's a crazy wreck, and
Yeah,
there's
no, dude.
a lot of
I understand that,
You know
but
stuff's
the interview is
starting
going to end right
there
here.
is damage.
Look,
And
look.
I told
Interview
Jason,
ends right here.
Listen,
Yeah, he don't want him inside. He don't want him
the
inside.
last question I was.
damage don't come from moving. Stop. You don't just damage an apartment from moving unless it's a little nick on the wall, maybe from the furniture accidentally hitting the corner.
Gonna
Stop.
ask from your
Stop.
perspective. I mean, you know, we're
Lies.
at the portion of the eviction now where it's like,
it is what it is.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It sucks for everybody involved. If we weren't gonna get the law involved at this point, what do you guys think would be truly a fair way for us to part ways?
You know, honestly, I offered Jace to patch up some, holes because there is some damage, but we
Were the
were-
holes there already?
No, well, there was a
Couple of
couple
them
of them there,
were.
and
Couple of them
Jace
were.
was supposed to note that in the
Two
beginning.
of them weren't.
And he told
She said no. He said yes.
Two of them were not.
the night we
Be
came over here
honest.
to look at it, And he said the owner just kind of wants it rented out, so, we're not really worried about, the background check. You guys seem like decent people, whatever, and I had my job calling me the whole time.
Strike
But,
one.
The
Red
thing
flag
with this
number
is the
one.
house is that it was two holes in there, two big holes. I mean, I thought when we moved in to where the laundry area is at, up above, horrible. So I was figuring if you come in and you look at it, I thought, well, okay, they're gonna come in and get it done, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. No, the basement been like the same thing. Padding from the carpet, missing from when we jumped.
And he told us it was in the storage room back there, and he never put it under, so our bookshelf was all uneven the whole time.
So my thing is that I can do this whole job. I got pictures of my work, bro. I got portfolios.
Don't do it, bro.
I've done $1 million house
No, let it
Don't
go.
do it.
No,
Don't
no,
do
no,
it. Don't
no,
do
we
it.
need to hear this.
by myself with my own company.
So
So when I say
Don't do it. Don't walk into that trap, brother.
that I can do this,
yeah.
there's no bullshit. I own 3 houses in Cincinnati.
Ah, sure you do.
Don't do it.
One in Indianapolis. So when I don't pay, it's never really because of the money. Never. Just to let you know that.
Yeah.
It's because of principle stands. Because I am a homeowner, I rent. And I wouldn't rent nothing like this, bro.
Well, so
Can I
yeah,
finish your question?
just back to your question. What do you like? Because obviously, I think that's what's hard. We both
We're
can
like,
agree to disagree. I don't want to do anything to hurt you guys. We both feel.
This one been dropped on his head. Because I think he really believes his own lies. Look at him.
Yeah, he believes.
No, he's not at that. Stop. Stop lying.
Yeah.
What the hell? I cannot.
Maltreated, and I know I've learned from the experience. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but
I'm offering to help the fix,
I
though.
think. I mean, at this point, though,
How big of
it's
him?
not necessarily that I want the help. I just want to move forward and do things different.
Yeah.
You know, like I want a clean slate. I want to move forward. So, how, knowing this is the situation, how would you, if the law wasn't involved, how would be a way to just cut ties that you feel like would be fair?
I think I've been trying to say this for a minute. So I think that what I told Jace was, after all my crap's moved out, I will gladly help patch up the holes and stuff because I'll take my part. You know what I mean? Like, and we have fought a lot. We boxed a few times. Like that's love for real, to be honest. And when you know what I mean, and we were both. He was out of work because of his accident, and I was in school, so it was like too much time together. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And
I
it's just
stopped
been
coming in for a little bit. But it
and we were
comes
both
in.
frustrated, and we were at a bad place in ourselves, you know what I mean? And so I think to part ways for me would be just like, I'll get all of our out, clean it up the best I can, you know what I mean? And I have shampooed the carpets, when the hailstorm came and like it was so much damage. I was like praying I could get the carpet good, you know what I mean? But I think it would be fair. I mean, I'll still pay. It might be a slow process, so please don't sue me for that, because, you know what I mean? I'm just being raw and I'm cutting honest right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like you said, it's both kind of like, It is what it is. You know what I mean? And then we gotta pay to move in our place and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So if we could be like, make a deal like, I'll pay you off within 6 months or 8 months, whatever. You know what I mean? Give me a little bit of time.
They ain't gonna do it.
I mean,
Once you're going, you're
that would be
going.
cool. And then I'll get it cleaned up as best I can and then moved out. And I just need a couple more days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And you feel like that'd be a fair, like if I gave you 6 months to pay back the past rent,
Yeah.
if we cut our ways, you know, we'll clean up what's here, we'll take care of it, but you feel like that'd be a fair way to do things?
Do you feel like that would be a fair way to do
I
things?
think for me, I mean, I
Be
just,
honest.
truth be told, I never want to leave a situation where someone feels like you said, like you're a slumlord. I don't ever want people to feel that way. I mean, this property, we put on new roof, we put on new siding. It's nicer than a lot of the other properties. I mean, you guys are paying what, $550 a month? 500.
But you can get a whole house.
For only 500.
No,
It's like-
no, that's not true.
Well-
You can get a 3-bedroom house for $750.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. But
And
But when
you
you're
getting
renting it as a duplex,
Okay, can I just say I just did the math, okay? And I did it fast as hell. I hope I ain't wrong. So that's $75 a week for each of them. You couldn't come up with you can't come up with $150 every 2 weeks. It's less than that. It's actually less than that.
Where the hell are they living at?
Listen.
Babe,
And if you could actually you do good work, you know, you do this, you do that. So why did you fix all the damn I cannot.
like so,
Why didn't he fix all that junk in there then?
Thank you.
All the
Thank you.
holes,
All that
the
talking-
holes all over the damn place.
Talking shit now.
But at the same time, rent the whole house.
yeah, well, we could do that, but then we'd have to charge more. The whole point of the basement is some people can only afford 500. Like that's what you get for 500. You know what I mean?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
some places you do.
Some places you do, a lot of places you don't. Especially here.
Oh, they live in a
500
basement.
out here, on some real shit,
Still,
500 out here.
550 is still
not
freaking
even
phenomenal.
studio.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm from, you can't even get a studio
Yeah,
for
where you're from.
500. You see what I'm saying?
Got that right.
And
Exactly.
It's like,
Got that right.
if I got a good mechanic, we might argue, we might this, but I'm not about to get rid of a good mechanic. You say you don't want to become a slumlord, then offer the help that's in front of you, bro. Check the portfolio. Be a businessman. This is about business.
You ain't got no portfolio, man.
Dude, don't do it. Don't walk in
You
front of
ain't
that
got no
dog.
portfolio.
Don't walk
You gotta make money,
Lord.
right?
Check,
Make some
check
money.
the portfolio.
Okay, you didn't like me as a tenant. So the what? I'm not your tenant no more. I'm a motherfucker that can make this look good and get way
Okay.
more money out of it.
He
So,
did it. He
you're
went
that
there.
motherfucking prideful.
No,
He
not
went
at all.
there.
I'm not on some real shit. Are you that prideful just to say wash your hands when you have a perfectly good motherfucker in front of you with proof
Look at her.
that can turn
Where's
Shut
the
up.
proof? Shit like nigga, please.
Shut up.
Oops, sorry.
No,
Hey.
but I'm hearing
My
what
bad,
he's
my bad,
saying.
my
Come on, babe. You're
Well,
gonna
and
have to
what he's
freaking
saying.
And that's the thing.
Okay.
It's no
Yeah,
attack
Negro,
on
please.
you. It's just like, as you can see, the interaction's gotten to where I can tell you're upset with me.
No, I'm not upset with you. As a business person, I'm kind of upset with you.
Right, and that's the thing is like I don't want to do business with someone that's upset with me.
I'm upset because you're not
flipped
taking
it.
advantage of an opportunity that's in front of you.
Oh,
Makes sense?
well,
Yeah,
lucky
it does.
me.
It does, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, we do the best. It's just one of those things where like I've got people in place that
They
are
ain't better
cheap
than
labor.
Check the motherfucking portfolio.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, no,
They're
that's
not better than me.
Yeah,
I said, I don't want your business. I said, let me do the house.
yeah.
You couldn't afford me, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just to be
God.
real. I bring my portfolio, you see what I done? You couldn't really afford me, dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well, why don't we take a look at the property? You tell me what you do different, and then we can wrap things up and get out of here. And
I'll do that.
back to your
He's still trying to get him to walk around the property.
question though. If you did that, like I feel like that'd be fair. I know you guys hit
It'll
a tight
be
spot
before
where money was
court.
tight.
When we go to court on Friday, if that's still
I
a
think-
thing, I'm gonna be like, hey Judge, I moved out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing is I don't, because that's what sucks. Every time we go to court, it costs me $200. Do
So
you
we
know what I mean?
don't have to do that Friday if we
It's-
don't need to.
Yeah. I mean, if
I'll
you
be out
guys
Thursday.
if you guys could be out Thursday, no court, no nothing, we're done. And if you could say, you know what, Chandler, don't be a cutthroat dude. Like, you had your crap you didn't do right. We didn't pay. I can pay over
How we
6
do
months.
Never even seen
Look,
that.
look,
do this.
You know what I
look,
mean?
look.
I'll
Ever.
move out of here by Wednesday. On camera. Let me do the house. What
You can get this stuff done.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
The,
Yep. Everything will be out. I can get out. I could have been out here
No, I mean like get the work done by Wednesday. Or...
You know, I really don't give a rat's ass no more. Even though I'm not 50 yet, I'm 2 years away from 50. That's my brother.
Yeah. So show me what work you would
Whatever.
suggest doing.
The deal is.
Well, I don't.
That's
know.
ridiculous.
I'm still talking. My deal is.
Look, she like, I'm done.
We move by on Wednesday. Give me a month. Period.
So a month to work on the
Yes.
place.
We be moved out by Wednesday. I take pictures so we empty this mother. Give me a month. I
And
don't
then,
need your help with
and then you're
materials.
saying like just pay you to do it, or
No, I
you're
ain't
saying
asked you to pay me.
okay,
Have I ever asked you to pay me anything through this whole thing?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said just let me do it.
okay. Could I see what damage there is?
It's the audacity for
For
me.
real, yo. For real.
It is the
For real,
audacity
for real.
for me. Who are you
For real.
talking to?
For real.
And
For
you,
real.
the position that you're in, you
real.
want to talk to somebody like
For
that?
real. For real, yo. Listen, look, I've been evicted before. The
You
judge,
you take it on the chin.
you take on the chin. The judge gave me 10 days. This was decades ago in a past situation. 4 kids. The judge gave me 10 days to find a new home. I did what the
Now
hell.
they don't care if you find a new home. You got 10 days to get out.
I'm sorry.
Just get out.
He gave me 10 days to get out. I'm saying what I had to do to move forward. I took it on the chin. I was 1,000% in the wrong. I didn't give no shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
That's a good one.
Nothing. I took it on the chin, packed my shit, and I got the hell out.
And I've been there too.
That's it.
I've been there too. I thank God that is behind.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Listen, when
It's
you
not
tie your
worse.
life to the wrong person, honey,
Yep.
you take on
Yep.
that person's
Yep.
upbringing and everything. I need to say that because that's important. Somebody need to hear me out there.
Wow.
But listen, I've been there too. So I'm not talking like I'm so
Correct.
high and mighty.
Thank you. Thank
you know,
you. Thank you.
we do what we supposed
Thank you.
and we do what we're supposed to do.
Now.
But we've been
Now.
there. We've been there. So when you wrong, take it on the chin. Man up. That's it.
Yo, hold
Handle your
on.
business.
Real quick. Take it on the chin.
He sounds crazy. He don't even know he
Because
sounds crazy.
I was in that situation. There was a bunch of repairs that needed to be done in the apartment, so we stopped paying until landlord did it. The other individual spent all the money, and the landlord came in one day, and I said the landlord gonna come here in one day, make all the repairs. He came in one day, made all the repairs, and wanted his money, and we ain't had no goddamn money. That's what I'm saying. I've been there.
Is because if I think I could do it for $1,000,
It don't matter. I'm doing it for free. The whole damn thing.
Can we just have a praise the Lord moment? The Lord, you've been so good. Hallelujah. Father, you looked down and you saw what I was going through. And you said, daughter, just hold on. Trust in me and know that I shall deliver. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Giving you an opportunity. That's what pisses me off about you, bro. You don't
She get all
listen.
well, I'm trying to understand why would you do it for free if you're out by Wednesday if I'm letting you out by Thursday without doing it?
Because all people aren't
You just want to make things right and get it fixed for me.
and just show you what you really can make out this month.
Yeah, and you do it for free just to prove to me that it can
If
be
I was
better.
going to charge you, I would have told you my price by now.
You know, I think it's all of those reasons above that. One, we owe you, and to make it right, and because
She wanted
he
to
does
shut
do
up.
really good work.
Yeah.
He's like, he can make it like I mean, I'm very. Didn't he have to do guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got my
So,
own crew, homie.
so the only other question I have for you, yeah, it's mine. Could you show me what all you do?
Nope, that was the deal. I just said that was the deal.
Just know that he does.
I had to
He's
do
like,
everything,
we were
bro.
gonna do this concert
You don't need to
area,
see it. Why? If it's
Yeah.
about to be
And the crazy thing, he probably really can do the work, but I wouldn't trust him.
Thank you.
I wouldn't trust him.
Thank you.
I wouldn't trust him.
Thank you. Even
If I
if
got
he
trust in my-
can do it, you're so damn rude.
Yeah.
Like, who the
And-
heck wants to deal with you?
And technically, you're fixing something that you destroyed.
mechanic. Did he say just give me the car and it be fixed and come back and come get it?
And he
Guess
said
what?
he's a businessman.
Give
That's
him
not how
my
you
car,
talk business.
Come back and this gonna be running right. I ain't got no questions
Right.
unless
I-
it up. but it won't.
Well, and I think that's the thing though, is if your mechanic owes you $3,000, are you going to trust him for another month?
Technically speaking, I don't owe you. To be honest, if we go by the damages, whatever, we broke even. To be real. If you want to say I owe you, and that makes you feel better, by all means. But take the business opportunity and be a businessman. A steady right now.
Yo, why do scam artists always think they're businessmen?
Thank you.
I started a new business. What are you doing? Well, what is your business? Because you're a scam artist.
Thank you.
I can do it for $1,000. Well, that's $1,000 lost, waste, if you can get it done for free.
Yeah, so are you asking to live in it for
Yeah,
that
watch
month?
I didn't ask you to live in it. I don't need to live in it.
Yeah,
he got balls.
Because I want to be able to get it rented within
Got
the
some
next
balls.
week. Like once you
I'd
guys
have
get
took
out,
my
I want
12 until my legs have
You
been out.
want to still have that label then, right?
What do
Because
you
you
mean?
will. This is the lady, by the way, that bust her on your up step. You got that on camera?
She's like, look.
She probably was high at the time. That's okay.
These steps
I'm
been like
sorry.
this
She
for a
looked like she
year.
on something.
Hey,
Huh.
hey,
She looked like she on
Foundation.
something.
we gonna leave her out of this one because we talking
Okay,
about
she
him.
looked like she on something. You know
I
it.
hate to
I know.
go
Let's little split.
You know
put a
it.
Bella Railing up than that, bro.
You
This
taught
shit
me
ain't
all
even
that.
connected to the
I
house.
know, I know.
Come on, man.
What is it
I thought you about to
connected?
say.
Yo,
You taught me.
porch. You see that separation from the wall? That's your man, bro. Your Tommy. Real talk. Come down here. You got a big branch. You see that tree right there? That mother comes all the way up under. Why is bulging? Because of that old right there. Now, guess what's going to do to this in about another 2-3 years? If you don't stop it now. Guess. Just guess. Up. No windows. Floods. Now your going to be flooded. And whoever rents their going to be flooded. Now, on top of fixing all this, guess what else you got to do? Replace that. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's your fault that they got up. Her broke 3 different places because of this mother right here. Imagine if she
I
was
could not.
60 years old, 70 years old,
He like cha-ching. We got him on YouTube.
or infant, 2 years old. Just imagine.
Yeah.
Take pride in your shit, bruh.
Well,
You're not taking pride in this. This has not been here since the 80s. Don't nobody do this no more.
But he
Law
said he
by
knows how to
stands
fix everything.
Requires
right?
is you really need the block ones, to be real. That's what gets you to pass. This house will get checked right now. You will fail. Fail badly. When I say badly, badly. And when I say you really can't afford me, you really can't afford me, bro. Maybe you was on a lesson block. Huh. Maybe it was you that was going through 5 years, 50 properties, but don't know for real. Maybe somebody's looking over you. Huh.
Okay. Well, sir, I'm
Okay, huh. So, yeah, you know who that be, don't
Said
you?
anyhow.
well, I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
not.
asking you. You know who it is, don't you?
No, I'm not.
Do you know?
What? Do I know
Who would
what?
be scolding you right now? Right now, saying you're doing a piece of job, but won't tell you. Who tells you anything? Nobody.
What do you mean?
That you're a piece of owner, bro. Everybody kiss your no. You're a piece of at this. You might be marvelous at other things. You're this, bro. Hire big boys to do big boys' job. You want to make money? At this rate, I give you
He don't even have a
5,
watch.
6, 7
Win
years.
watch.
I give you another 2 or 3 years before put your name in the dirt and say you don't take care of your property. Starting with me. You don't believe me? Look at my credentials, bro. Think I'm talking
Okay.
you can
Well,
get synced
Don't do it.
real quick.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm gonna take the opportunity or just yourself. I can go buy for you right now with some Vaseline and you can go yourself right now.
All right. Sir, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. Like
I'm
just
not
get
either. I'm
listening
just
to
being
you.
straightforward and honest with you, bro.
Okay.
Do it.
Well, let's.
Say deny it. Please
let's-
deny. Say please say no. Please say no. Please.
What do you mean?
Just say no. So you want to pay the $1,000? Please.
Well, sir.
Oh my God, it's the drama queen for me. Oh my God, somebody give him an award, please.
Wait.
Do you want to? Yes or no? Just say. Just say it.
Good.
Just say it. Just say it.
I don't want to work with someone that's treated me the way you have.
Oh, she's good.
That's what you
She's been
said.
real with you.
No,
That didn't
you-
kiss your. Come here.
Look.
So how much you need that for this month?
Probably $4,000.
Yeah, he got balls,
in that
though.
situation.
No, he doesn't.
How much are
He's
you
got
really in?
missing
Don't play with
screws.
me.
Yeah, man.
Loose screws.
60
True.
grand, 70 grand that I still owe on the place.
And you're planning on getting out of that by doing what? Because now,
Renting it.
I don't want to help you now.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't want to
no.
help
He
you.
doing him a favor.
So,
Exactly.
$1,000 going to get you out of 60? You got a lot to learn, honey.
Okay. Well, so you guys are good being out by Thursday then?
I'm good being out by Friday, make you pay another $200 because you're dumb. That's on tape and recorded. Oh, you couldn't play stupid with that face, huh? Don't play with me, little boy.
Well,
Don't play with me. Please don't play with me.
all right. Thanks for your time, man. Have a good day.
Look,
That was awesome. Let's get out of here.
oh my goodness gracious. Yo,
Okay, here's the thing. I wanted to take his side. I wanted to. Because I feel like there are a lot of tenants do get taken advantage of
Correct,
by
correct,
neglectful
correct.
landlords.
Correct.
But he told on himself. He's just irresponsible. And then his attitude said everything else.
Correct. He should have I'm sorry. Yo, when you wrong, sometimes all you can do is apologize, tuck your tail between your legs, and walk away.
Count your losses, and that's that. Start over.
Yo, my wife and I counseled this young couple a couple of years ago, and one of the main issues that he lost his temper when every time he started drinking, and he put holes in the house, in the apartment. And so we counseled him, and a couple months later, I think she called my wife.
And he never made excuses for his behavior.
Nope, he never
by the
did.
way. He never did. He just wanted to change.
He wanted to change
do
because he didn't
better.
want to lose his wife and his family.
Yeah.
And she said the first thing he did was he patched up all the holes in the house and repainted so that the holes didn't remind her of the way he was.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Like
yeah.
that says a lot right
That says
there.
a lot.
That says a lot
says a
because
lot.
actions speak louder
than words.
So I hate the I'm gonna people. I hate I'm gonna and when I and I'm
You
gonna
should have.
no. At some point, if you are
Yo, I'm sorry.
you should have at some point as an adult, you should have the maturity to say,
Yeah.
okay, I don't want to sound like a sorry ass no more.
Yep.
So even if I'm gonna do something, I'm just gonna do it,
Yep,
and I'm gonna let them see it done.
Yep.
Rather than here she go again with the lip surface.
I just told my best friend that we had a conversation about just manhood. And so I said, I got to the point in my life where all of that talking about what I'm gonna do, at some point I had to shut up and just do it.
Amen.
And
when he made that decision, can I tell you, you made a lot of progress.
I mean, a lot of progress.
You made a lot of progress.
Mm-hmm.
You did. You really did. Listen, I don't care how mature you are and how phenomenal a person you are.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're willing to continue to look at yourself in order to grow, you will continue to grow more and more, and you will further.
Correct.
It's a beautiful thing. Growth is a beautiful thing. It doesn't mean like if there's room to grow, which of course there is until you're dead.
You're done. Correct.
But it doesn't mean that you're short of something. Like growing is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing because you look back and you look at how far you've come and the progress that you've made, and you just feel good. You feel good about yourself, about who you are, and it's little things like that build your confidence. More than anything that anybody could take a picture of, is those quiet little things that we overcome that are the biggest things. Those are the biggest things, honestly.
Yep. You get to a point, to all my young men out there, there's sometimes where you gotta stop promising people stuff, and you gotta first build that integrity inside of you and begin to live it and walk it. I talked about, so real quick, not to be long-winded, my process to repairing my credit came because my wife has incredible faith. So anything she wants, God gives her. God bless her. But I
also have incredible standards because I know His greatness. I know His greatness inside of us. But sorry, go ahead.
Amen. But every time, well, not every time, not this time, but a couple years ago when we went to go get this place, and I'm sitting there, I got kind of quiet, and I said to myself, yo, this is the last time as a man.
Because at that point,
credit
was not good.
Credit was horrible.
It wasn't good.
But, at that point, my credit was 511. It probably below that. It was 511. I keep 100. So it took years to get it where it is today. But then I'm like, I am not going to have my wife, because
because I knew that was the only thing that would give him reason.
What I didn't like was, I don't mind her using her faith, but I don't want that to be a bailout for me. I want to be responsible. And so when we go and we say, hey, we want that house, the person behind the desk saying, okay, here's yours because you guys are good. That's what I want.
Can I take 2 seconds to just explain?
Go ahead.
I knew that we would get the place because I knew that we would get the place because I decided.
Correct.
I want it.
Correct.
I'm going to get it. I know who the hell I am, right? But when it came to the credit, which is something that I know they scrutinized, I let them know, listen, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm be honest with you because that's who I am. I don't have a lion bone in my body. But I told the man, okay, when you pull that up, this is where we are. I'm letting you know what it is.
Right.
So when I came home, the thing I love about, I'm gonna give you credit. This is the character of a man, a real man right here. He didn't say anything. He didn't even say anything to me at the time. Mm-mm. He just took a mental note and said, never fucking again. I'm on this shit. Mm-hmm. I'm on it. Mm-hmm. And he been on it. Mm-hmm. And I have reaped some benefits. And I remember that being a concern. Like when we first got married, I remember that being a concern. And I'm very proud. I'm very proud that any area where I've had a concern, boy, I'm telling you, like, sometimes conversationally, I don't always get the attention, but he's always very, very attentive. So if something's ever a concern for me, some time passes and all of a sudden he dealt with it. He just dealt with it. And he may not say anything at all. And I can't even tell you the peace and the stability and how beautiful a thing that is to have. That's why I be like, ladies, don't ever freaking settle, because when you don't have it, you have a whole different world, a whole different life. And so when I look at this man sitting there making all these excuses, running his mouth, being condescending, being disrespectful, not talking about himself, not owning up to his stuff, and just, he's a BS artist. Listen, if you present yourself in that way and you get disrespected, it's your fault.
Yes.
It's your fault.
Yes.
Because what he didn't realize is listen, the way you presenting yourself is speaking volumes, sir. You're embarrassing yourself. Correct. And you would be better off just shutting up. Correct.
Sometimes, especially in his case, you got to take it on the chin, yo. Take it on the chin.
You messed up.
Yeah, you messed up.
Learn a lesson.
I've been there.
Forward.
That's it.
And so, just to wrap this all up, that's perfect. Mm-hmm. You learn that lesson. We learn lessons in life when when you're really an adult. It's not, I pay bills. Because let's be honest, I be paying bills because you don't want to live in a house with no lights. Like, stop. Yeah. Stop acting like that makes you a freaking adult.
Yeah, you gotta pay bills.
What makes you an adult is when you're willing to look at yourself, freaking deal with the uncomfortable feeling of, okay, I'm looking at something that I'm not proud of, and then just do what you need to do. Just do what you need to do.
That's it.
Accountability is everything. The difference between a boy and a freaking man.
Yep. Less talk and more action.
And clearly his girl was the boss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's talk.
She was the boss.
Yeah, she was. She probably.
She wasn't a boss.
Yeah, she would have actually probably worked the situation out
probably better without him.
But his ego got involved.
Yeah.
And because the ego got involved, he made a fool of himself, a fool of his girl. And so sometimes, brothers, sometimes I had to learn to leave my ego out because my ego gonna make all of us look stupid. That's it. Hey, listen. Remember, as always, to like,
share,
and subscribe. And I'm probably gonna break this up because the info that we gave at the end of this is really good stuff. So, but watch the video. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Robert.
I'm Jamila. And thank you.
Thank you for getting us to 1 million subs. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Done.
Now wait a minute. You've been so good to me. You've been so good to me. You know you make me wanna lift my head